What's up, TikTok? Hello, 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 hello. How are you guys Monday going? This is Monday. I be having my days all mixed up. I wanted to get on and talk about respect and why respect is a must in a relationship. If you do not have respect in a relationship, you basically have no relationship. Okay? Respect is super important. If you ever notice, happy Monday, how are you, Superfly? If you ever notice that when you are constantly being disrespected, you can notice that your energy starts to die down. You become frustrated. You become irritated. You have all of these different things going on in your mind. And before you know it, you're just really breaking down. Hello, RJH. How are you today? Respect is a must. If there is no respect in the relationship, you can cancel it because a man is not going to want to provide in a home that he's not being respected in, and a woman cannot build a home or create a home out of a house that she is not being respected in. So you have to make sure that you and your partner have some type of agreement or understanding that no matter what, we are always going to respect each other. We're always going to respect each other's feelings, each other's emotions, how we manage this household. We're going to do it together, and so that your views and my views are both respected when we begin figuring out how we're going to raise the kids, how we're going to pay the bills, how we're going to run the household. It cannot just be a whole one person is just over and controlling every single thing. That is never gonna work. Um, you love this? Thank you. What are your views on respect in a relationship? And I know a lot of people like, okay, so when you go into relationships, you look at it and it's like, okay, we're going to vibe, we're going to do this. And you never really know a person is honest until you actually move in with that person and you see how they act. You see how they carry themselves. You see that they might leave the dirty clothes sitting right there at the dirty clothes hamper. You see that she really don't like to cook all that much. She was just cooking because she was just trying to date you. And different things like that. So then that's when disagreements start. I'm in your house or you in my house or we done joined together and now I can't just run this like this is all of mine. So that's when disagreements start. You have to make sure when those disagreements start, it's important. Respect and boundaries are important. It's important to learn people's pet peeves. Yes, it is. It is very important to make sure that you learn people's pet peeves because him eating in the living room might work your nerve because you don't play that, or her eating in your bed might work your nerves because you don't play that, and she might not even know, but it'll be something that you have an issue with and you are expecting her to be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to do this when she don't even know that's what you are expecting. That's why standards are so important, and you have to set a standard that you're gonna respect me. Like, you're gonna respect me, you're gonna validate my feelings, you're going to listen to me. You're going to hear me out. You're going to take what I say into consideration. This is just not, oh, I run this. This is my house and I run the kids, or you take care of the kids and I'm going to take care. No, we got to do this collectively. You have to make sure that you're operating collectively because if not, like I said, your feelings, if you notice, I have a question. Hopefully it doesn't deter the topic. Okay, what's your question? If you notice that when you get disrespected, so if you think about it, the first time someone calls you out your name, say the man or the woman, vice versa, the first time they call you out your name, it's like did they mean that? I'm gonna let it slide. We're gonna go head on. That second time, it kind of hit you in the heart, like, oh my God, this is the second time they have done this. Maybe they really feel this way. If you have a partner telling you, hello, I'm good, how are you, Rodriguez? If you have a partner telling you that you are no good, that they wish they was not with you, that you can't do anything right, you notice that those things start to break you down. It starts to break you down more and more and more. Confidence with intimacy. What about confidence with intimacy? Like being confident enough to initiate it or confident enough to ask for it? What exactly do you mean with that? But as you, my wife says I'm too romantic. As you begin to hear it over and over, it starts to break you down more and more. And a lot of people get in a place where they are staying in a relationship that's slowly, slowly breaking them down instead of voicing the things that are bothering them. Or saying, listen, you ain't gonna call me out my name too many more times. Or now another time. Or realizing when a person calls you out your name the first time, that is like, listen, no, we don't play that. I've heard women say he yelled at me, so I left. I never went back. Because you have to set that standard for yourself. You have to set that respect. Like, I'm not dealing with anything that is disrespectful. And a lot of times we think we take things in our relationship that we wouldn't dare take from our friends, that we wouldn't dare take from our family. You can't do that. Your partner should be the one who holds you at the highest regard. Like, your partner should give you the highest reverence. You should have the highest respect from them. Why? Because you are one. And when you disrespect your partner, you are basically disrespecting yourself. Because when I laid down with you, I became one with you. So anything I do to you is going to affect me, because that's going to throw your energy off. That's going to throw the way you feel about yourself off. And then when I lay down with you, those energies are going to flow through me. So you have to be mindful of the things that you are saying to your partner. That's why I always preach to affirm your partner, affirm the things you like, affirm the things that they are good at. Even when it comes to the things that you don't like, it's a nice way to say those things, and it's a good way to present a solution to those things. You have to make sure that you are very mindful in the way that you treat your partner, because that's you, that's your reflection. Whatever you do to them, you're basically doing to yourself. Be very mindful of that. Very, very mindful of that. And be mindful of how you let them treat you. Because we all start out with, oh, he was just mad, or she was just mad, or she just did it. She ain't really mean it. But I know y'all have seen the little saying that if you ever show a person that you will go through hell with them, you're going to always get that same hell. Because once they know, oh, they're going to stay, he's going to stay, she's going to stay, guess what? Oh, you saying? Oh, I'm finna take you down through here. Oh, I can say this to you and you ain't gonna do that. Oh, she ain't gonna leave. She ain't gonna do this. Hello, the bad boy TikTok. How are you? Once they figure that out, it's like, oh no, yeah, I can do whatever I want to do. You see somebody who's been in a relationship for a long period of time, and it's like, why are you still taking it? Like, why is you still dealing with it? Why is you still waiting on him to change? Why are you still waiting on her to change? Why are you still waiting on her to respect you instead of just demanding your respect or finding someone who will respect you? You have to be so secure in yourself that it don't matter. Like, okay, if you can't do this right, if you're going to be disrespectful, I can't be with you. I can't do it. If you gonna make me feel less than, if you gonna make me feel undervalued, if you gonna make me feel like I'm not the best thing ever, then don't be here. If you don't really want to be here, don't be here. Some people are afraid of being alone, and that's an issue. That is a trauma. That is trauma that you have to leave. If you don't want to be alone with you, how can you expect for anybody else to want to be alone with you? If you cannot entertain yourself properly, how can you entertain somebody else for life? I want to be here. Like, you have to make sure that you are comfortable in your own skin, that you're comfortable in your own loneliness, that you're comfortable in the things that you are adding value to, that you're comfortable in your standards, that you're comfortable in your boundaries, that you're confident enough to say, I deserve this, that you feel deserving, that you value yourself enough that you feel deserving of the things that you actually want, and you know that I can get it. And you got to be comfortable enough to leave whatever is not serving you. If you are forever, if you get to know me, if you are just gonna sit there and deal with things that you know you wouldn't tolerate, like, you have girls or guys that'll let their partner down talk them to the T, but then when they get outside, they be frustrated and irritated, and the first time somebody say something to them, they ready to snap or they ready to rock off. But if you're gonna do that to them, what's your tip on gaining confidence in self? If you join my Patreon, It's a whole, I have about 7 or 8 videos on gaining confidence in yourself, gaining confidence in asking for your sexual things, gaining confidence in value, creating boundaries, all of that. So click the link in my bio, join my Patreon. Is numerous videos on there on building your own self-confidence and how to get that going for yourself. You're welcome. You're welcome. But yes, it is very super important to make sure that, because you don't want to be out snapping on people who had nothing to do with the fact why you're mad. Or either you start rolling it down on the kids. Now you snapping at the kids because you mad that your partner won't respect you. You gotta have respect in your household. With no respect in your household, if daddy disrespect mama, guess what the kids gonna do? Disrespect mama. If mama always out talking daddy, guess what the kids gonna try to do? Oh, I'm gonna tell my mama because daddy can't overrule mama. So you have to make sure that you are demonstrating that no, we respect each other here. We respect each other's feelings. We respect what we are saying. We respect emotions. You have to make sure that you are showing those things in your household. And then too, when you have kids, if you show your kids that a relationship is supposed to be a whole bunch of animosity, a whole bunch of frustration and irritation, when they get older, that is what they're gonna go after. And everybody always be like, oh, I'm living for my kids. My kids come first. Do your kids come first enough for you not to let them see those type of relationships? For you not to allow them to grow up around people who are beating on you or people who are disrespecting you, for you to show your little girl like, no, you don't have to do this on your own. You don't have to take all of this. You're supposed to be respected. You're supposed to be valued. Your words matter. Are Do you love your kids enough to do that? Do you love your kids enough not to bring people in and out of the house, to show them what real love actually is? A lot of people just, it's, oh, I'm living for my kids. That's just a quote. That's just a saying. You have to live for, if you're going to live for them, you have to show them how to live life right, because they're going to do exactly what you did. They're going to do exactly what you did. I had somebody tell me the other day that one of their friends' kids was something was going on with their boyfriend, and the daughter called the mom and said, well, it's okay because you went through it. So what your kids see is what they're gonna think is okay. I don't care how much you talk, how much you say don't never let a man disrespect you. If she see her daddy run down on you and disrespect you, she's gonna feel like, oh, this is okay. It was okay for my mother. So be very mindful of the things that you have going on in your house. Be very mindful of the things that you are taking, the things that you are accepting. Be very mindful of your standards. If you're just going into relationships with anybody, you don't have any standards. If you're quick to jump into a relationship without seeing how somebody actually is, at least 6 to 12 months, guess what? You have no standards, because there's no way you know a person into, and I believe in love at first sight. I've seen couples say they've been married. They got married after 3 or 4 weeks and they still married. But it's an exception to every rule. But most of the time, you're going to need to see that man or that woman all the way through a little while to see how they actually is. That's why you get people in the house. And then it's like, wait a minute, I don't even know you. I ain't never even seen you with your wig off. I ain't know you spray painted the front of your hair. I never seen you with a hat off. I never seen what you do. Like, you have to get to know people. Please get to know people. Please raise your standards. Raise your standards even higher than what you feel like you deserve, and start working your way up to that. Like, I deserve this. You have to pour into yourself. Never let no one disrespect you, and never let no one give you less than what you feel like you deserve. If you're stuck in the same cycle in relationships, if you're stuck in the same type of relationship with different people, if you're that's right, you gotta aim higher. You have to. You have to. And we're all growing every single day. So the more you grow, if you are pouring into yourself, the more you grow, the better you're gonna become. So you also have to make sure that you are meeting people, and are joining with people who are willing to grow with you. Because somebody can meet me today and be like, I love the person you are now, but in 10 years they might not be able to handle that person. So you have to make sure that you can grow with this person, that they don't just expect for you to stay the same, because some people are happy in whatever they have going on, and that of course is okay. That's okay. But if you know that's not for you, then there's no need for you to get stuck with that person. It's no need for you to get stuck with that person if you know they cannot grow with you. Hello, Simply Mechanics. Definitely working on myself to require more of myself to aim higher. That's right, because you have to be able to give the things that you are asking. So if you can't give a partner the things that you are asking from them, that's a issue. Like when it and it's I always use the money because that's the easiest thing. Women always say, okay, well, I need a man to take care of me. So if this man falls short, are you able to 100% take care of him? You have to be able to give what you receive. When a man say, I need her to be able to cook, clean, wash clothes, and all of that, if something was to happen to her, can you take on that role too? Can you wash clothes? Can you cook for your kids? Can you make sure she eat? Can you make sure she get where she needs to go? You have to be able to give the same things you are requiring. If you need peace, can you provide that peace? Do you have a peaceful atmosphere? Do you have a safe space? If you need to be vulnerable, can you be vulnerable with yourself? Can others come and be vulnerable with you without you going out and telling all of their stuff? Like, you have to make sure that you can give the same thing that you are requiring. It's a must. How can you really say you deserve it? You can't. You can't. And stop being disrespectful to yourself. That's another main problem we all have. Stop being disrespectful to yourself. Please. Because the same way you treat you is how other people is gonna see you is gonna treat you. Can you please yourself and know how to in order to let someone else know? Right. I just posted a video this morning about that in my Patreon. And about how to figure out how to pleasure yourself, how to figure your body out, how to figure out where your pleasure points at, where you're most hot at, what you need before, during, and after. I just posted a video about. I'm telling you, that Patreon is jumping. Y'all just have to get in there and look at those videos and start working on yourself, because it's very important, especially when it comes to sex, to know how to please yourself. Because you cannot expect for someone to come in and just be like, oh, I know what I'm doing. No. And the same type of energy that you pour into your body when it comes to figuring out what your body needs, you got to do that before you expect for someone else to. And before you pour that energy into somebody else, it's all about, oh, I want to please them. I want to do this. I want to do that. No, how do you please you? How do you tell this person how to please you? Can you tell this person how to get you off in 5 minutes? Can you tell this person exactly how you like your oral? Can you tell them your favorite positions? Can you tell them the things that you like to experiment in? It's a whole bunch of things that you have to figure out about yourself before you go jumping into it something with someone else. But a lot of times we jump in and it's like we only figure out what they like about us and we run with that. No. Or we figure out what positions they like to put us in and we run, oh, that's my favorite position too. No, it's not. You just saying that because he like to bring you over. No, get to know yourself. Start respecting yourself. Start having your own standards, your own boundaries, so that when people come in, when you have your own life going on, you don't have to worry about attaching to them inappropriately, because a lot of times we jump into relationships and now our life is all about them, and then when they gone, we're devastated because you've made your complete life about somebody and you don't even know what to do with your own now. Have your own hobbies, do all of that within yourself, because it's value in you. All right. But I greatly appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you have respect for yourself. Go join my Patreon. Click the link in my bio. There are multiple videos in there. There are ebooks in there. Um, Everything. We're going to be going over everything in there. And I'm actually going to teach a course in there this month. So click the link in my bio. Go join my Patreon. If you haven't signed up for the 14-day love challenge and you are in a relationship, make sure you go sign up for that challenge. Click the link in my bio, and you'll get the emails. I hope you guys have a great day.